Okay, hello and welcome again, everybody, to the Lockdown Orienteering Live. Tonight we are with creator and coordinator Chris Smithard and, of course, Helen Errington. She is from Team Map Runner. Team Map Runner, of course, doing very well in the results, as many of you will have seen, topping the leaderboard at the moment. Yeah, so this is great that she's able to take some time and come and join us tonight. We're going to be talking all about the results. We're going to be talking all about the stages. Chris, how's it been going so far this weekend?
Yeah, I think it's going pretty smoothly. Obviously, a few small issues, but nothing we haven't been able to sort out, I think, so far.
And Helen, how have you been commanding your team?
Well, they've been absolutely brilliant. I decided to put in two teams. We got together with LOK and Happy Hearts and made Team Map Runner, and then we managed to get enough runners to form a second Happy Hearts team. So it's been really good. I've been chivvying everybody along with the occasional email and screenshot of how well some of the individuals have been doing, and also a couple of phone calls to make sure that people get their stages in by 7:30 this evening.
Absolutely. Wow, sounds like you've been a good leader for the team there. How is the dynamic through the team? Are you the self-appointed leader, or did they appoint you?
Yeah.
The self-appointed leader. Okay, great. That's
Yeah,
good.
I'm a self-appointed leader, and I put myself in what we've called the A team, really hoping that I won't let the side down. So far, I'm hanging on in there, but I felt if I was coordinating, I ought to have a shot at the A team. But it may not last very long by the end of tomorrow.
Well, exactly. It's not all about the talent in the games. It's about the organisation of the whole team. So, yeah, I mean, it's working out well for you at the moment. So, Chris,
So far.
yeah, so far. Chris, give us a little insight into what the teams have had to have been competing and how it's all been shaking out. How does it work? How does the scoring work in this weekend?
Yeah, so we've got every team member counts. So it's 7 in the main category. So we've got so that's 7, and it's everybody to count, and there's 7 stages, and 5 out of the 7 stages count for everybody.
Yep.
So in total, there's 35 scores. We're going to be adding up for each team at the end of the weekend, and then we also have a junior competition, and that's 5 in a team, and it's their best 5 of 7 as well.
Pretty good. So, what kind of games have we been, or like competitions, have each of the contestants had to have been going through this weekend so far?
Yeah, so I'm gonna just briefly go through the 4 stages that closed half an hour ago.
Yep.
So they should have all been completed by now. So I'm gonna share my screen. Although you need to enable me to share my screen.
Do I?
And then we can briefly just talk. Yeah, we'll talk through the solutions and see how Helen got on each of the stages.
I think you can share it.
No,
no,
it says host disabled
Yeah.
participation.
Yep. All right. Try now.
Yeah, that's good.
Perfect.
Let me know when it's working.
I can see it now.
That's good. So yeah, here's the 7 stages that we've got, and the top 4 here, they've already closed. So we're going to briefly go through each of them.
Okay.
But I think we're just gonna. This is the overall results, which we'll come back to in a minute. But we can look at stage 1. We can see the results here. So Basil Basse in the lead here. And then Philip Hader, and then Ben Brown. And Ben actually has created quite a few of the other games, but not this one. So he kind of has any effect in this one. So he's doing well. So we can then, I'm just going to go over to the game website here.
Yep.
And I can sign in. And maybe people know about this, maybe they don't already.
No,
So
give us a little bit of background to this.
Well, basically, it's deciding which is quicker, the left or the right route choice.
Yeah.
And it's about, you've got to be quite quick.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you basically the score is based on being quick and getting the right answer.
Yeah. And
So it's a mixture
this has been used before in lockdown, or is it new?
Yeah, this is the third time we're using it,
Yeah.
so I think it's quite a
well
a
established
fun one, I kind of think.
Yeah.
All
right.
But I'm just gonna show some of the statistics. So if we go into the game, we get the same results here. We can actually, if we click on a player's name, and you can do this yourself. Anyone who's been playing can do this, and you can see in here basically which you get a load of statistics, but you can see which ones they've basically decided left or right, and the green here shows if they got it right and the red is wrong, and if there's no color it basically means the left and the right were the same distance.
Very good.
And so you get the times, and if I can't, it won't work for me, but if you can click on the show map and it can display a little map of what the map actually looked like. We have to have done the game to get that.
That's quite in depth, isn't it? Then lots of people can go into a lot of detail there with the statistics and really get lost in it. So that's a fun little thing that
it is. There's a lot of statistics. We use the competition mode, but there's also you can just play random games. And in where is it? I can't find it. But basically, you can look at your own statistics for just doing the random games and see, because obviously you get biases. You might be a lot better at one type of route choice than the other.
Helen, do you always pick left?
No, I always seem to pick the wrong one. I think with this game, I just get panicked into making a decision too quickly. And I think if I'd actually taken a little bit longer on each one, I probably would have done better. So I don't particularly like this game. I always, the moment I've made a decision, I know it's the wrong one and it should have been the other one. But our family tried to break this game in that Peter was left to play it, and he did okay. He got some right and some wrong, but he was so slow making his decision, he ended up with a minus score. And Simon and James, who've been actually doing the results website, realised that there wasn't any capacity to put a minus score in.
Oh dear.
So there had to be a nifty bit of work on the results website to be able to account for a minus score.
Well, that's a good bit of in-depth story to give us for behind the route choice game here and behind the results system. Chris, let's continue then, shall we? What's after this?
One last thing is, I think if we use this game again, I'll make sure we explain this. I now know the scoring a bit better, as I've talked to the creators, so next time we can explain the scoring better, which might help some people.
Yes.
So next was the rapid route game. And here we've got a Team Map Runner member on top.
How he did that, I've no idea, because I found this game even worse than route choice.
Oh, he got 10 out of 10.
So basically there's 10 routes, and you've got to draw your route that you think is the shortest route. And you basically get 20 seconds. If you do it within 20 seconds and you get it right, you get 1 mark. If you take longer than 20 seconds and you get it right, you get half a mark. And if you don't get it right, you don't get any marks for that route. And we also have the times up that you take over the whole competition. So we go, basically everybody can view the routes that they drew. And I would recommend that people did that, because this game is probably maybe most challenging to create, and maybe it's not completely smooth yet. So you can go in, and if it's not marked one of your routes correctly, because it's automatic marking, you want to tell us and we can change that. But we can just have a quick look at Paul's routes here. So I'll just quickly go through. So on this number 1, the left was the shortest. And you basically got to go through these blue circles that we've drawn on to confirm that you've gone the right way.
So the line has to go through those somehow, so you
have to go through each of these blue circles, and then the system knows that you've gone the right way.
Very good.
I'm just going to skip through a few to get to this one. So this one, you've got to go to all these blue circles here. But if you went the other way, you go to a red circle, and as soon as you hit a red circle, it marks you as wrong, basically.
Interesting.
But actually, I was gonna go through. So I was gonna go through the solutions here because this is a little bit clearer. And now this is already on the website now. I've already put it up on the website, so you can find this here if you've done the stage, and I've measured all the distances. So 1 left was shorter.
Yep.
2, yep. So the blue one is the shorter one, and the
Yep.
red one is the longer one.
Left is best.
Are you
I just
remembering
get
any of
panicked by the time with these. I just need to take a little bit longer to check the route out. But the sort of adrenaline goes. I sit here slightly kind of, shaky about getting going on this, and then just keep making all the wrong decisions.
How are you
Hey-ho.
in real life? Do you tend to take more time in real life, or do you always make the wrong decision in real life as well?
It's interesting. I was thinking about this. It's very similar to my orienteering, and I do try and tell myself that if I just stood still for 30 seconds or a whole minute to make my decision, I would probably save myself 5 or 10 minutes later on when I've made the wrong decision, run off in the wrong direction in a bit of a panic, and thought, I'll work it out when I get there. And yeah, it's very similar to my orienteering technique.
Not on a sprint
Yeah.
course though. You wouldn't. You would on a sprint course. You'd only be a minute maybe by taking
Yes,
all the
true.
right route choices.
Yeah.
Or 50%.
And quite often you
50%
just
wrong.
need to make the decision and get on with it
Yeah.
on a sprint course. Whereas on some forest, if I just stood still for 30 seconds, I'd be much better off. Yeah.
Interesting. Something to practice. Chris, keep going, shall we?
Yeah, we got number 3. So right was
Slightly
shortest
shorter.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of these is not a big difference, and then 4 it's left is shorter.
Yep.
Maybe that's kind of you're kind of going backwards a little bit at the start, but it works out shorter overall. Yeah, this one you have to go left out of the control.
Yep. Interesting.
Number 6 you have to go right, and there was 2 routes there. You could either go this way around or this way around the buildings. But you couldn't go to the left. That's quite a bit longer. And then this one, yep, you have to go to the right. That is quite a lot longer. It's shorter to go to the right, and
Nice.
then right of the last building.
Mhm.
Number 8.
Yeah.
You've got quite a few routes there that you could have taken. So this one was one where you had to just be quick about it. Maybe this one to the very right is the longer, but as long as you came down one of these passageways to start with, it was good. Number 9, yeah, you have to go out to the right because you're getting this diagonal basically,
Yep.
which is cutting the corner compared to the other routes. And then the final one. Yeah, I mean, there's only 10 meters. This one we've marked as wrong, and it's only 10 meters difference. So we're talking maybe 2 or 3 seconds, but it was about finding the shortest one. So
Of course.
yeah, maybe that was a bit harsh, but this is orienteering. If you go the wrong way, you can lose the race by a couple of seconds.
Exactly. Good. Well, let's carry on, shall we? What's next?
Yeah, we've got the jigsaw.
Yeah.
How do you like the jigsaw, Helen?
Oh, I like doing jigsaws, and I really do enjoy doing it, but I quite like doing it at a leisurely pace, which is clearly not the point.
You can go back. You can go back later and do it.
I was quite happily moving the pieces and I'm thinking, no, I need to get a move on here. Yeah, it's quite hard with it all being square sides. It does take a bit of working out. But yeah, and there was a lot of detail on the map to be able to work out where the edges were, particularly where it wasn't all white all the way around the edge. But yeah, it was enjoyable.
Yeah. So we've got Paul Todd won again. It's 2 in a row.
How does he do that in 5 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, I did it. I took 12 minutes, and I knew what the map looked like. So,
Wow.
pretty amazing.
I mean, Simon's only 6 minutes. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you got Rebecca McCready here. She was on last week, beaten by 1 second by her husband.
Yeah.
Just 1 second.
Incredible.
Inez Simon, Team Map Runner.
Yeah.
10th place. Yeah, I've got the map up. I show everyone's seen it. It's in North Macedonia. I think this
Oh.
area is called Gotova. So
Have you been
yeah.
there, Chris?
Oh,
Sorry?
Have you been there?
No, unfortunately not yet. Hopefully one day.
Soon, yeah.
Yeah.
I recognise that map. Yes.
Have you
Oh,
been
you
there?
have been
You've
there.
been there, Helen.
No, only in the game. Only in the stage 8 game.
yeah.
Well, that's how it looks. So once you completed it, very good.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what do we have
photo.
next? The photo. Oh, is the
Photo
final
area.
thing. Yeah.
Oh, we got Joe Sunley won that one. So he won the World Orienteering Day event earlier in a week ago.
He's swiftly becoming a lockdown legend.
Yeah, he's doing well. I think he's improving.
Yeah.
He's getting some good practice in. And we've got the solutions here somewhere.
Okay.
This was my best event. I got 10 out of 10 for this.
Great.
So just a bit slower than some of the others. But yeah, I enjoyed this.
What's your strategy?
To really try and nail the direction you're looking at the control and which side of the feature the flag will be. So here it was a case of fence on the right, straight at a tree. Tree's going to be on the left-hand side.
Yeah. And do you have like a picture in your mind of how it's going to look, or are you remembering a list of words, or
A list of words.
okay, it's just a list.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, this was B. I think that was it was a nice one to get started on, hopefully.
Yeah. Nice and easy.
Yeah.
And then you got the second one. You got a rootstock. So we got between the paths in a clearing, and it's going to be the controls this side of the rootstock. So yeah, I mean, there's really only one. I mean, the one on the bottom right, there is actually rootstock there, but in the photograph you can't really see it. And there's only one path, so hopefully people got that one. And then we've third control, we've got a spur and some wood. Can you remember what you remembered about this one, Helen?
The crags behind it. So that was what I was looking for, which was down a spur with crags behind, and you can see them in the photograph in the background.
Yeah, they're quite big, those crags.
That grey wall, yeah.
As well.
I mean, it also helped for the other two that it couldn't possibly have been two of the others.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of process of elimination, isn't there, sometimes on these?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the top right is slight spur, but there's no crags behind.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then number 4, we've got a distinct tree, and the controls on the east side of the tree. And then we've got the path behind. So yeah, the top left. So the bottom left one is also similar position. You can see a path behind, but the path is a lot closer.
Is it the same tree? You just moved your angle a little bit.
No, this one is a different tree actually. It's quite close by.
Yeah, it looks very similar. You're just looking at it from a different angle. I
mean, did you see the path in the top one, Ellen? Or
no, I actually looked at the fact that it wasn't on a slope. I decided that there wasn't a slope in the map, although I hadn't actually noted that at the time.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Let's keep going, shall we, Chris? Yep. What's next?
Yeah, we got number 5. We got a re-entrant, and you're approaching like a contouring into the control. I think this one was quite a hard one.
Yes, it was. It was remembering that you weren't looking up the re-entrant or down, and that you were looking across.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to pick out the slopes sometimes, isn't it? Which way the ground is sloping on a picture like this.
I think I might have got lucky with that one.
Yeah, because I admit in the correct photograph, it's very difficult to tell there's a re-entrant there. I mean, maybe now that you look at it, you can sort of see a slight dip. But obviously the top right is obviously not it. But the other two, you're looking up the re-entrant.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what gives it away. It's kind of process of elimination. And then number 6 is a boulder, and the controls on the west side of the boulder, so it's going to be on the left-hand side of the boulder as you approach it. So hopefully that one wasn't too tricky. I mean, the top two are the same. It's the same boulder, the same angle, just control is placed in a different location. So got to remember your control description.
Yep.
7, it's on a bush, south side.
Yeah.
And again, similar sort of one.
Very good.
Same, just the positioning.
I thought these were much nicer than previous ones. I enjoyed doing these. Nice and
Okay,
straightforward.
I did these ones. But maybe it's something about the last person who did them.
I'm saying nothing.
No, I was a lot close. I took a lot of photographs. I think I took about 60 photographs, so I just picked the best.
Yeah, get the best ones. Good.
Yeah.
The
That
key
one
to
was
this
A.
one was the small depression just to the east
Oh, yes.
of the tree. That was
Yeah.
the thing to note because it was in the circle.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually the same tree in all these shots. Some of these diagonally, it's the same angle.
Yeah.
It's just the positioning, the control. So
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
really have to remember where it was.
Very good.
This one, I think this one might have caught a few people out. So it's between two boulders in a light green area. So I think it's quite tricky. Was you fast on this one, Helen, or?
Yeah, well, I eliminated the top two, and I think it was the green that just gave it away for me. That the left-hand one was too open.
Yeah, I mean it's very open, the left one. It's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
if this isn't White Forest, then what is? But yeah, it's just a bit denser on the right, and then we've got the final one. It's the path junction. Actually, this was originally the first control I had, but I thought the photographs were quite. The correct one is very hard to see the path.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe actually it's the fence that gives it away. I'm not sure. What do you think?
It was the fence. Yeah, it was the only one that had a fence in the background.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Interesting. It's good to see that you're picking up on all these small things. I mean, that fence is not very obvious, is it, until you get pointed out at you. Well, Chris, we've got 5 minutes left. What have we got to look forward to then in the coming days and weeks now?
Oh well, we've got
Obviously the finish of
3
the
stages
competition.
left.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got 3 stages left. Up and down. The short gaffle, so that's the team-related one.
Okay.
So it's basically 3 mini courses with 2 or 3 controls on, and you've got to decide. You've got 3 courses. Got to decide which one's the shortest one, because in a relay situation, everybody loves running the short gaffle
Of
because
course they do.
you get a quicker time and you might win your leg or do well in your leg. So wanted to do something that was team-related as well.
No, that's
the other
fun. That's
stages.
fun. That one. All right.
And the Street View. So Street View is, I think it's every time we use it seems to be the most popular one.
Yeah.
So have a go this time.
Yeah, I think it's super popular. I've heard great things about it. So yeah, certainly encourage everyone to keep having a go at that one.
And then we've got the bonus, the catching features, which isn't part of the overall competition this time. But we're doing basically the bonus one, and we're basically going to take 3 people from each team who complete it, and the best 3 teams will go head to head tomorrow evening in a live catching features race in a relay. Actually, we're setting up a relay, so
Okay,
you'll
wow.
run one after the other, and we'll stream that live. See how they get on.
Well, that's going to be.
Alison Matheson and I think you ought to have the bottom 3 as well, which is me, her, and one other, because it would be far more entertaining for everybody to watch how appalling we do and how much we run all over the place. And you'd certainly get value for money with our catching features performance.
Well, if you don't mind coming on, Helen, we can
Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind the sort of mild ridicule that you might get from the Twitch.
People will have
the
got
Twitch
bored
chat.
and gone to sleep by the time I found the 3rd control.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe in 2 weeks' time, if you're coming, we can do a really short live one and get a range of people on and just have some fun.
Yeah, that sounds
maybe.
great. Well, Chris, I'm really looking forward to seeing tomorrow night's episode. That sounds great fun with the relay. Fairly unique as well. I don't think has it ever been done before on catching features like this.
Oh yeah, you can run relays.
Okay.
We actually, the Scottish League ran one today.
Oh, did they? Okay.
It didn't go super smoothly, but I think we've learned a lot for tomorrow. So
Good.
hopefully, it's going to be a lot better.
Well, excellent. If you just stop your screen share, then we can just wrap up. But Helen, thank you very much for coming on tonight. It was great to have you.
Thank you for having me.
And yes, all the best for the coming competitions, of course, and the catching features if you're going to take part in that as well.
Yep.
So, and of course, will you be joining us as usual for future competitions?
Oh yes, I would think so. I think the results team guarantee that we're having to take part. So yeah, we'll be there.
Great. And Chris, any final words?
Just good luck for tomorrow.
All right. Good luck, everybody. Thanks for watching. It's been another Lockdown Live. Thanks from me, thanks from Helen, and thanks from Chris. We'll see you again tomorrow. Cheerio.
Bye.